I am an artist. From my inner being, the artistic seed grows and expresses itself whenever the sun shines and rain sprinkles from heaven's wands. The goal of Foraging for Hope is to share how I have foraged for hope following a car crash and subsequent brain injury. My life changed in an instant. However, I found hope by noticing my surroundings in nature and finding examples of what could be deemed as impossible, yet occurring. One example is the plant that pushed itself up to the sun through asphalt pavement in the middle of a road. I too want to be like that plant, to stop at nothing, to always focus on hopeful outcomes. Prior to the crash, I got turned on to my absolute favorite of all times, mixed media. It's Photo Encaustic. It blends photography with wax, heat the wax, add pigments, scrape, muck things up, heat it again, and keep building. And it has pulled together everything that I've learned as an artist in the last 20 years. All of the things in my art come out here. And it's experimental. You know, we heat this and we just don't know yet. It's build and build and build, heat and build. I studied oil portraiture, watercolor. I studied at Alexandria Community and Technical College and learned all the basics of color theory. All of the things that's ever been put into my life as an artist came out in the photo encaustic process. And I was thrilled. This was everything that I loved about art. And after the crash, I had no executive function whatsoever. Dean and I would go out for walks. And one time we went for this walk when I saw this little plant that pushed its way through the heavy asphalt and was thriving at the top. And it was the inspiration for Foraging for Hope. I thought, I need to look around me. It helped me more than anything that I ever had help with. And I thought, I gotta keep going. The star of this show is perseverance. As I looked around, other images showed up. I thought, oh, you've got a story there. Each individual piece had a voice. It had something to say. Some of them, most of them, were my foraging for hope after a crash and trying to find my new way in life. As we go along in our lives, we need to find a source of hope. We need to find what speaks to us and gives us hope. And as an artist, I find that in the natural world, I find that in the visual world, and each of us has a different way of finding it. And we need to hang on to that in times when we don't have hope. I would encourage you to find what helps you find your voice, helps you find your sense of belonging, helps you find your sense of purpose. I didn't have purpose. I didn't have hope. And without hope, you don't have purpose. You have to forage for it, to be quiet and still and see when it may present itself. I would encourage each of you to find your own way of foraging for hope. This exhibit is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from Lake Region Arts Council, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.